Welcome everybody, I bring some exciting quick news. Into the Radius 2 just got a Steam page, so if you type into the Radius 2, there will be a Steam page. And this Steam page reveals quite a bit about the game. First of all, we get some pictures. Let's first read the description. Into Radius 2 is an immersive VR shooter, yeah, the same as the first game. Realistic weapons, and team up with friends. Now this is the big thing. Let's take a look at the pictures. We can see some very detailed environments. The Radius seems to have like a Saturn ring. For some reason we see a house, and we see a very bumped up resolution because this game will run in Unreal Engine 5, so I expect the optimization to be better as well. As we can see on the street, there's a very high quality of texture work here, and also like the gun is very high res. Now if we look at the second picture, we can of course see two or more explorers, and this is the co-op aspect of the game, which a lot of people requested. On my Into the Radius 2 suggestions video, you guys wrote co-op like crazy. So yeah, they added it, even though it wasn't really a plan of them, but the community wants it, so they did it. Well, here we can see the Radius in the nighttime. We can see some dust particles getting lit by the flashlights, and two other explorers, one holding a knife, the other one holding an AK. And backpacks and stuff. Looks very nice. And we see of course the Radius, and back in the distance some more trees, maybe a sewer, I can't really tell. Then we have this picture in daylight, maybe sunrise. We can see the flashlight. I don't know why he uses a flashlight in sunlight, but we can see the anomalies from the last game, and like the sewers. It actually really looks like Into the Radius 1.0, reminds me of that. Then we have this picture with this red muddy swamp area as well, with this container, or no, this is a house and another anomaly in the background. And of course we also see another explorer. So yeah, it's really like co-op is the big focus here. Here we see a gun that's not loaded, and we see a little more of the swamp area. Like I said, huge fidelity. I don't know if the fidelity will change because these are very early in-game pictures, so we shouldn't really expect much right now, but we can see that the textures look very nice, and except for this part, looks a little janky, but it looks good for the most part. Now Steam says it will release 2024, but they themselves in this early access section say that it will release late 2025, which is understandable. This game has a lot to live up to, so they should take their time, but I would guess that in 2024 an early access will release. So that's what they mean by 2024. Now in this early access section, they basically say that co-op is important to them, and that they listen to community feedback, and they want to get players into the game as soon as possible to make Into the Radius 2 as good as possible. So we shouldn't really expect a long time before we can get our hands on this, but yeah, 2024. Now here it says it again, it will be in early access until late 2025, but they also say that their plans can change, so they will update us. So the full version and the early access version will differ in more locations to explore, an expanded arsenal of weapons and attachments, new enemy types, more anomalies, enhanced artifacts, and additional gameplay mechanics and lore. So yeah, basically everything will change. New enemies and new artifacts are one of the most exciting things for me. Just sounds awesome. New enemies, for example. I hope they bring the harvester back. And here it says again that early access is going to be both single player and co-op, so you can team up with up to 4 players, and you can explore different places, can use guns, sparks, just like the first game, and you can do that all with friends now, with up to 3 friends, including yourself. They will not change the price. And they say that the heart and soul of Into the Radius series lies in the collaboration between the community and the dev team. So ideas, suggestions, and feedbacks go straight to Discord, Reddit, and Twitter, and they will take a look at it. And yeah, they actually do. They change a lot of interradius just by looking at community feedback, so you guys can just ask them to do something. If you have a cool suggestion, then just reach out to them. Here we can see a small letter by the UNPSC saying you can now take 4 friends with you, some lore-based thing. We can see that weapons are going to be more realistic than before. By this picture we can already tell that it just looks a lot nicer. Let me zoom in. Just looks a lot nicer. The lighting looks a lot nicer, and also the details, the engravings. Here we can see another new picture with a nice place, and the player base will be the central hub, and basically the rest is just like interradius 1. So yeah, big new details. This game's gonna be on Unreal Engine 5. The biggest thing about it is that it's going to be co-op with 4 players, and that it will be early access in 2024 and release the full game in late 2025. I thank you for watching, and I'm really excited for interradius 2. I'll be the first to let you guys know of any more updates. See ya!